All right, good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my stream. Something's a little bit weird with the audio. I think it's feeding into my earphones a little bit too much. But yeah, anyway, hope you're all doing well. For those just joining me in the VODs, my name is Nagai, your Guilty Gear old man, your Guilty Gear OG son. The OG and OG son is for old geezer. And we're just going to jump right into some labbing right now. Susie, good morning. Doing very well. I'm actually going to be doing basically what you shared on Discord. And before we get right into it, I just want to double check, review one thing that we did yesterday, and then I'll show what Susie shared, and then we'll kind of put everything all together. But yeah, Susie, hope you're doing well. Good morning. So yesterday, I was just showing another way to get into, or a way, particular kind of like a frame filling method to get a fish and combine it with a 5D, like almost an auto time setup. So let me show you what I was going for. If we just end the combo with 2P, 6P McHale sword, it basically auto times a fish into a 5D setup. So try here, just regular fish, not any of the 2.0 fishes, just a regular K neutral fish. Oopsies. And we're gonna dash up and close slash 5D, and then what we'll find is that it will naturally auto time everything, or at least I think so. It seems to. It'll auto time the 5D with the fish hit there. So actually, you know what, guard after first hit is what I want. That's how we know the close slash is meaty. Try again. There you go. So very basic kind of combo, very basic extension there, but it can kind of loop into itself. Let me show that one more time. And oopsies, show it one more time. And we could probably do a little bit more than the 5K 2D there, but I think in this particular case, the way that the fish bites kind of limits what we can do after. Okay, one more time. Right. Not the most like super groundbreaking thing that we've been doing, but I do really appreciate just like auto timed setups where you can fish and then 5D instead of just using 5D and canceling it into a combo. Plus I think these are nerfed, aren't they? Are these nerfed? If you combo like an overhead, like a 5D overhead RC, I think they do less damage now. I could be wrong there, but so Susie says, by the way, I was able to get the media 5D on round start 2D as well. Round start 2D, you mean like just the Okizeme 2D? But the spacing for follow-up is more awkward and 5D barely reaches, so it's a bit harder. Okay, so let's go into that. So now, this is something that we actually were doing when the game when 2.0 first came out, Susie, actually. First thing we experimented with is, can we get 2K 2D KS fish, 2K 2D KH fish? Like, how does that work? And honestly, I forgot because we were on to the next thing. There's so many cool things that you could do with this fish that I found that at the beginning I was getting so many different ideas and I was just bouncing back and forth different ideas. So let's go back to this idea where we do 2K 2D, because we're gonna get a 2K 2D. 2K 2D K fish is like usually what we do, but 2K 2D S fish, KS fish, we're gonna, like, this is possible to get. Now it's hitting pretty okay. If I did it like this, by the way, like from this far, we get a nice combo, but I don't think we can get a because of that bounce, them popping up tells me that maybe the frame data afterwards, if they blocked, might not be as good. So let me just block this. So actually it's not bad, +4, so it's still our turn. So I was under the impression that if they popped up after the 5D fish bite, that is like a tell of it not being good on block, but it actually looks pretty good. It's not like +12 or +10 or anything like that, but you don't lose your turn. Plus you get a bigger combo. So yeah, so of course you've been seeing me do this a whole lot. KH fish, where the fish hits meaty and pulls them back. And like ideally that's what I want, but I'm finding that we're not always gonna get this KH fish that appears behind the opponent and pulls them back to me. A lot of times the KH fish like pushes them far, we're too far for the KH fish to get ahead of them to pull them back, right? And it happens a lot like if we're doing this stuff, right? Air dash back JK, air dash back JK, right? KH fish. We don't get that JH kind of situation. Air dash back JH. We can go back on the other side, right? We can kind of loop that, right? But there's like a big attack interval between the second in the second string, right? Okay, that was a little bit of a cross up, or rather fake up. So I'm gonna block this. I'm gonna block this. There we go, and get hit by that. So on the second string, I'm getting mixed up on my own mix-ups here. On the second string, bam, bam. If I think if I can mash, I might be able to 6P that actually. So I need to get hit with my own mix-ups. There we go. And then, right. So there's a big enough gap for me to mash. So that's one big flaw of doing just a K or KH fish, and if you want to go behind them, do air dash back JK. That's one of the flaws, right? The farther you are after the 2K 2D, the more likely this is going to fail down the line, right? Which is a big flaw of this particular mix-up. Plus, it's not that fast, of course, right? But you know, jumping back behind them and doing a JK, even though JK is technically faster than the JH, you have to wait for the JK to fully, you have to wait for the air dash back to fully do its thing so that you turn around, right? Otherwise, you're just gonna stay facing away for your opponent, right? So you want to jump behind them and turn around, and that takes like a few extra frames, which actually makes JH faster. Like if you air dash back JH, either faster, same speed or faster. So when we can, it's best for us to just do this basically. Going behind takes too much time, which makes me think that maybe we should kind of reroute things and maybe start incorporating that 5D stuff, the standing dust stuff, right? So because we're so far away here after this, maybe it's time to shift gears into doing the 5D. So this might actually be like the best spacing, or a very good spacing for this. So I'm gonna air dash back JK, KH, KS fish. There we go. And then we all of a sudden got a way better conversion. This is a 20 frame overhead, right? And the air dash back JK is like 19, 20 frames as well. In fact, I'd say this is a little bit more tricky. Alright, throw that. Just make sure we're timing it right. And this is like very basic stuff, actually. Anyone can do this. It's not like super complicated. You don't have to follow up with a big... It's not a follow-up to a big combo or setup. This is something that you can pick up on day one. Maybe day two. day one is like figuring out how to do the fish summons into the follow-ups, you know, because that's a little tricky too. So let's try to get it right here. I didn't time it right. So KS fish. Even if you don't do it perfectly meaty, if you space it out right, you just be out of range of the enemy. Right? So we want the KS fish. Just be a little out of, just a tad out of range of your enemy in case you're too close. Being close is okay too. If you can time it right, being close is actually better for converting your hit if you hit them. But being far keeps you safe from a throw punish on wake up. I wonder if you can also threaten off KS fish. Yeah, you totally 100% you can threaten with the grab. Let's talk about the low alternative. So the high is good in this one, right? But what about the low? Or let's just go for a throw actually, since you mentioned that. So you can threaten with a throw here too. Or maybe like do a little double dash, stutter step thing to kind of make it look tricky. And then of course we got our low. So it's not a staggered low. You can probably just straight up do a 2K 2D. Huh, wait a second. Can you do... Oh wait, you know what? 2K 2D is... If 2K 2D is not working, I got an idea. A way better idea. Straight up 2D might actually work. Nope. So let's do 2K 2D just as an experiment. Okay, that's not working. Try 2K 6P. 2K 6P ice spike. Oh, that's not working either. Okay, never mind. I like this and I don't like it. We can probably make this work. Huh. Okay, shit. Not good on... There's gotta be a way we can make this work. Okay, so it's gotta be 2K 2D. Okay, so it's gotta be, it's like, well, you can delay your 2K 2D, right? If I do as fast as possible, let's just go through our options. So 2K 2D. How much is 2K Fire Spirit? No. Nav, how's it going? What's up? Okay, I want to do 2K 6P. I want that to work. Okay, so 2K 6P, but sort of. Why did it work before? Okay, I think we need to like... Yeah, we gotta push them back a little bit. That's what it is. But this is a little specific. If that's the case, we push them back a little bit with the 2K2D setup, right? 2K2D. Anyway, okay. We'll brainstorm this a little bit more. Let's give it a rest. Let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. But let's read some of this here. Susie says, also, I'm curious if you can safe jump after the KS fish and then go for a dust or 2K off the fish in case you're scared of meterless reversal or something. In this case, in this, oh, I just read Moondrop's thing. Close touch 2D. Oh, maybe. all right. Hold on. No, you cannot safe jump. Yeah, it hits a little bit too high. So if I hold up back here, yeah. Good thing. Good observation. The only way you can safe jump after a 2K2D is if you like, or actually air dash back JK 2K2D is if you wings of light beforehand. So that's a safe jump. So it's got to be that specific sequence of buttons. Right now you got to safe jump. 2K2D right off the bat with wings of light. Doesn't, because gravity scaling, hit stop deterioration, etc. Yeah, Nev, hope you're doing well. What's up? You can delay 2D after the fish hits, or is the gap way too... the gap would be too big, sadly. Yeah, a gap would be too big. But we can delay the fish bite by pushing them back with dashing right into them, so that might be a little bit too... I don't know. We can try it out. You can try that out, I think. Yeah. It all, like, everything will depend on the distance after your 2K2D. But I'm liking what I see from Moondrop's close slash 2D. Like, if we could just push them back a little bit with our body and close slash 5D, that might work. The problem is that the pushback telegraphs alone, right? I mean, you can push them back still with the 5D setup. Right. I guess it does push. I guess it does telegraph it, because as soon as you tap the 5D, then your character stops. I'm holding the dust, or I'm holding dash macro and I tap it, while 2K carries your momentum. So you'd be like 2K, maybe you push them back a little bit. Let's go back to it. Alright. That's not meaty. Okay, so let's do the... I mean... This... Pushing him back, though, you can go for a throw, so that can... That layer could kind of hide your dash up 2K. Alright, let's do what Moondrop is suggesting. I would really like that. First of all, let's make sure that works on the overhead. So let's push him back quite a bit with a close slash, so we don't activate the fish bite. So that sort of worked, but that was not very meaty. Okay, no, negative. So I was hoping we can like push them back a little bit, get them outside of the range and proximity of the KS fish bite, and then just table flip them. No, I think what we had before was working. I think we should just go with what we had before. So the high would be... Right. That's our high. And the low would be... The low would be... Seems like we just want to touch them. There we go. I guess the RTAL would be just a little tap. I don't like how... I really don't like how this is dependent on you touching the opponent. I'd rather just be like, okay, I'm gonna go low right here. And 2D... 2D is not cool with the fish. Fish don't like 2D. Right. Okay, let's try the 2K 2D again. Maybe I'm missing something here. You know, it's too bad heavy McHale sword is a little slower. This is like a rare thing where 2D is like not as consistent. Paolo, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay. I like this one though. Yeah, I do like. I like the fact that you can just like. This is a mix-up that you can do without meter. Right. But every mix-up, like every good mix-up, not even a good mix-up, every mix-up in itself should have two sides of it, right? If one side is like way stronger and way more preferred than the other side, like the high is just way better than the low. On defense, if you know that, you're just gonna, you know, it's in your best interest to block high for your first layer, basically. If you don't want to react, you just guess, right? Especially if this is something that the other player, the player in offense, like really thinks it's cool, like really thinks that the overhead confirm is like a super cool thing. They want to just try it out. You know, that's why like a lot of people, as soon as you see this, by the way, like a BRC 4 in the air, like I'm not reacting, right? I can't even do it like this. I just know that they're gonna do a double overhead because like that's probably what they practice, especially if it's at a lower level. Like we're talking like a lower level of ELO or DR. See that BRC dash thing? You know, they've been trying to practice that for a very long time. They haven't even had a chance to like work on the low. So because of that, like I'm just putting myself in the mentality of someone else, and vice versa, right? What do I think is cool? I think doing the high is cool because that's what I practice. I'll block high then. So like what I'm trying to say here is, although this is like a really cool thing to like do, and like you got a really nice conversion off it, if there's no low to it, what's the point? What is the point? And right now the low is just getting botched so hard by my fish. The fish giveth and the fish taketh, you know? Stupid ass fish. Just do what I want you to do. Okay, so far I hate it, but this seems to be the most consistent thing. If you want anything that seems to loop, right? Does meaty 2D do anything useful? I mean, here's the thing. No. I guess it sets you up. Like the fish bite that happens afterwards. Actually, you know what? Maybe. Like you can 2D. And then I suppose you can summon another KH fish. You know, you'll be like, all right, I guess we'll just loop this. But now you're closer, you can do the air dash back JH, but try not to get behind. Yes, but here's my thought process. Okay, so if you can only just get a 2K 2D or 2D, if you can get that H fish to if you could just get it to bite an Okizeme, that's not a bad thing without summoning another one, because ideally what would be ideal is if you summoned a KS fish, right? So not KS fish, a P fish. And then when the P fish is flying overhead of you, now your 2K 2D can do damage. That makes sense. So let me see. So P fish can convert off of like 2K 2D, right? So if we got this flying out in the air, now we got like cool confirms, right? So I guess if you can do this and get that K fish to bite. One way to do that is if we OTG'd my opponent, but then that might also activate the P fish. Right. Okay. So let's just try it. Why not? All right. Can I? Maybe if I can 2K. So. Oh no. Genmi, how's it going? What's up? Fuck it. We're just gonna table flip. Just gonna table flip. and then our, I guess what we'll do, if we want to go for a low, that's our metered thing. Although, what do we want to do here? How do we want to? I think we could just do 2K ice spike. If that's the case. I'd rather not spend meter on a low, but this might not be a bad idea. Let's try this out. Okay, now I think we can just 2K ice spike. I said that word. There we go. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there's our high-low. But I don't like how the low will cost you meter. Alright. Okay, one more time. So I want fish. I want the fish to hit after the 6P. What do I need to do? If I don't dash up in front of my opponent, like if I don't push, I need to just push him back a little bit. That's all. That is all I need to do. Just a little tap. There we go. A little bit more than a tap. This is only yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a range there. Phil, how's it going? Philip, at work right now, but I'll pop up with my friends for your next stream. Oh, thank you so much. I think that might be a bot though. Phil, say something if you're not a bot. Say something really nice. Okay, what about... Okay, here we go. You think that's a bot? I mean, seems like a nice person, but there's no follow-up to that. Okay, I think we got it. Well, maybe not. Alright. You guys getting bored of this yet? Alright, anyway. I might just dash up like that. We might just do 2K2D. Exploring the infinity of Disney 2K. You guys heard of Disney Infinity? Now we are doing Dizzy Infinity. You know what? Let's just straight up just... Okay. There's gotta be something here. What am I missing? Anyway. This will be weird because, again, if you did it from this range, it's gonna be different, right? I'm doing it at a specific thing that I do. Right, it's never gonna be the same. But what's going to be consistent though is this 5D. If anything, this is going to be consistent. Somewhat. Alright. I like this though. We'll continue doing this. In fact, I'm going to make this a goal of mine to do more 5D setups. Whether it's from a 2K2D or whether it's from Ice Spike, like right here. That might be a little bit too far, but if you just do a 6P McHale Sword Ender, dash up, close slash, standing dust, this should be okay. This is what we're gonna try to do. The goal today is to land as many of these as possible, or at least maybe not land them, but just try it, because I need to expand my palette, you know? My mix-up palette. Okay, can we do this with other buttons? Not quite. I think we might be able to just straight up 5D them if we did KH fish at that range, or maybe not that range, but that particular sequencing, maybe. Anyway, that will be part of my goals. Can't wait to see my 5 minutes of Daisy lap time be put to work. Alright, we'll do it right now. Let's get me my goal. Let's close some programs here. Close Discord, close that. Alright. What do I... Okay. Let's delete these goals and do a 5D fish setup. Alright. Keep it simple. Bahiro, how's it going? Korean Deer, hope you're doing well. Genmu, how's it going? Good morning. Thank you for that 3 stream streak. There we go. By the way, what do you think is the first B&B I should be learning on Dizzy? I assume close slash 2H ice spike routes. But I don't know if there's any other important stuff. That's pretty, I guess that's important. For combos, I don't know. I don't like to just tell people this is the combo you should be doing. These are the best combos, etc. Because as you play, you're gonna realize it's not really about the combo itself, but it's about realizing which like particular sequence you want to do based on where your opponent is. You know, like you would do 5k 6h when you see your opponent getting juggled, for example, and you kind of do that on the fly. But I guess there would be combos that would kind of teach you the fundamentals of the quote-unquote combo theory of Dizzy. So yeah, like starting off the big combo would be nice. It just you probably won't ever, like, you'll probably won't get it successfully pulled off in a match a whole lot, because a lot of times close slash 2H combos, like, they're pretty situational, right? Not anyone's gonna give up a close slash. If anything, like 2K2D, as awful as people are about kind of memeing on 2K2D or 5K2D, that's pretty standard. And like, just don't be punishing with it. Like, you can start punishing with it, but understand that close slash would be your best punishing button. But again, most opponents aren't going to give you up that close slash opportunity as often as a 2K2D. So I would say 2K2D K fish, 2K2D KH fish. In this case, in today's stream's case, 2K2D KS fish. And then just kind of working off that, I think that's a good spot. 2K2D Mikhail sword. And don't let anyone tell you that you're playing it wrong because you're doing 2K2D. What the point is to get used to the setup aspect of the game for Dizzy, and then you can start adding on to it. Then there's an argument of are setups the meta, and that sort of thing, right? It's just how I approach games. I'm sure other Dizzy players will tell you you must do big combos and you must do cross-ups. That's just not my style. Oh, what's going on here? And not that it's wrong or right? Everybody has a different playstyle, and Dizzy is kind of like such a unique character in this game that you can make a certain playstyle work if you want it to. I mean, in the end, maybe there will be one certain playstyle that's going to be better than the other, but it's also determined by the strength of the player. You must win. Exactly. JK, Jujutsu Kaisen. You must win Jujutsu Kaisen. Exactly. But yeah, routing back to hard knockdown, probably the more important than big damage dispatch. Okay, I like that. You know, I'm afraid to say stuff like that because I know historically Guilty Gear Strive has been big damage is the meta, right? But for me, I'm glad to hear that other people think that routing back to hard knockdown might actually be stronger in this case, which is like fundamentally what Guilty Gear had always been. I think about me the same way, where I look for 2K2D and vertical dolphin knockdowns into loopable Oki. Yeah, I think so. Close slash 5H combos are good, but much more rare to get. Yeah, I mean, don't be like me though. Don't always go for Okizeme. I've been Okizeme brain rotted so much that I will punish with 2K2D. If someone does a DP, I'll run up and 2K2D them, because like that's just how I've been habituated to do, you know? Don't be like me. I'm just over obsessed with Okizeme. But you need a good balance. You need also that close slash 2H combo, which I don't have, by the way. I do close slash 2H ice spike, and I'm sure that there's better routings, but I know that route does damage and gives me Oki, so those are good questions though. Don't be afraid to ask those questions, because like, although some people might look at those questions and think it's beneath them, it's good to think about that stuff, especially for me when I want to eventually make a guide for Dizzy. It's nice to know what people want to hear. Otherwise, all you're going to hear from me is like safe jumps and fuzzy overheads. And like that'll go past a lot of people, you know? I don't want that. I want to be, I want everyone to No, I want to please everybody. I know, like, that's not like the right. Maybe not exactly please everybody, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to make sure I got stuff for everyone to play around with and to learn from. Am I making sense? I don't think I am. I guess you. Oh shit, my bad. I totally messed that up. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, while I'm getting mauled, is that if I'm making like guide content, I would like to have stuff that that is helpful for everybody. Not just for top level players, not just for beginners, but kind of like everyone in between. I tried something out that I saw on my Discord. Sometimes it's hard to block when you're talking. When you're yapping. Ooh. You know what? Doing this might not be a bad idea now. Given that her close slash isn't as good. Alright, let's do something cute. Oh boy, that wasn't very cute. There we go. What am I doing? I should be doing the 5D stuff, right? I'm not being true to my nature. Not being true to my goals. Can't really do it here though. But right here, let's go. Alright, let's BRCN. We don't need beater for mix-ups anyway. Okay, abuse this while you can. Okay, I don't think that's any good. I guess you gotta be really up close. I was hoping to get like a PRC up and air dash back JH, but we're too far. Gotta be a little closer. Oh boy. I really didn't need to burst that. Ooh, she's moving. And also jumping in front of me. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I'm hoping to catch like a 6P or a late up back or something. That worked? Oh, she could have killed me. Alright, no worries. Man, deflection is not bad against the Iron Angel. Super! That should kill. Maybe let's put on some more exciting music.
Little by little, hand in hand, we'll build the future.
How exciting. Hokuto no Ken. Toki's theme. Okay, you know, the counterplay to me doing that is actually just them running up and pushing a button. I'll just keep doing it until they do that. More 5Ds. There it is. Oh my gosh. There's my Oki brain. Could have killed. You know what I could have done? What I could have done was if I was gonna summon a fish, I could probably just OTG 2K. That should cover the skies. This one more time. Oh shit. Let's go. Sid, how's it going, man? What's up? I think they could have killed her Hairblade Super as well. Chuck this a few times, get some chip damage. Going in for throw. Think she's dead. Whew. How are you liking this patch here, Sid? I believe in the IB Milia. Oh, the IB, the Mikhail sword. Patch is a step in the right direction. Hell yeah. Alright, I'll play again. Sure. Ezekiel 25:17. Thou shalt not get mixed up. Kinda don't like the inconsistencies with the close slash anterior though. Some characters kinda get it. Kinda did not get hit on that. Oh really? No way. Which characters didn't get hit by it? Yeah. There we go. Chip already didn't have an anti-air close slash, so he wasn't really affected. Oh, that was the worst. Woo! Shit. I came here to steal tech. All I got so far is learn Kara Chestnut and get a controller. You don't want ASMR buttons. I'm using a silent stick too. It's just like really close to my mic. How's it going? Hope you're doing well there, Spider Ink? Spider Tank? Yeah, I mean... The, Car Chestnuts is pretty okay, actually, you know? I use it a lot. It is a knowledge check type of thing, you know? Oh shit, didn't have enough space. I need more. I need like a full screen for me to do that. If you look at the VODs or YouTube, there's lots of... Oh yeah. If you have any questions, just let me know. I guess, you know? For things that you want to steal. You feel free to steal. This is a... AYCE, all you can eat right now. Smorgasbord, buffet of Dizzy Tech. Dizzy or viewer game? Sure, Tarumi, let's do it. I'm ready to get my ass kicked. Open source Dizzy. Alright, you guys want to do viewer games? I'm down. I don't have a whole lot of time. Let's do it. Let's open up the floor to viewer games, and if I don't get any, I'm ready to... I think I'm ready to play ranked. Alright, so... I think if you just type in join now... There you go. So I'll just say... type... So if you guys want to join the queue, type in ! join. I'm not going to overly advertise it because I do want to leave some room for playing lobby and ranked. But if you guys want to play, let me know. Okay, so there we go. I'm next. So let's do West Coast 42. And if anybody wants to join, type in ! join. I'll put in the pin messages. There slash. There you go. Spider Tank says, she's my second character. I play her on instinct. I need to sit down and do some proper training mode stuff. Yeah. You're gonna see me get my butt kicked right now by Tarumi. Alright, so because I'm doing player matches, I'm gonna do less of my goal stuff because you guys will know what I'm trying to go for. I'm just gonna try to win. I can run some viewer games on Saturday, but definitely gonna get whooped. Oh, the whooping is mutual, you know. I may whoop you, but there'll be someone to whoop me. But I wanted to become a strong Dizzy, so I become less whoopable. But yeah, I hope you are all having a good day. Baiken is a tough character. I should kill. Oh, what? How did I not kill? There we go. I'm thinking maybe I'm a little bit too used to the wall break situation. The light switch mix up. Alright. Not a good round. It's okay. Nice. I was a little bit too late on the ice spike. Yo, JP Destiny, how's it going? Yeah, track blazer music. Yeah, I thought you loved your career. It's good. It's a good music. Sorry for the Uma Musume jump scare. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Oh! If I did a JH, if I did a JH, that may have not worked because of the hurt box being lower too. Cool car, how's it going? What's up? Oh shit, the FD glitch. Quote unquote glitch. Oh boy. Again. I messed up. I wasn't close enough for the fully charged 6H. I should have canceled into oh geez, the little leg there. I should have canceled right into Mikhail's sword. Air dash back. No way. Nice. I was hoping you just fire your gun. Alright, GG's. I fell asleep during the laughing part. Still got lots to learn. But that didn't feel too bad. I keep saying that, but I should just win. I just win. At the end there, I did kind of give up. Not gonna lie. But anyway. But sometimes that kind of loose play is what I need. Alright. Terumi, you're not up next. You just played. But if you want to play again, go ahead and join up. Because there's no one else in the queue. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it one more time. Switch sides here. This is good practice. Alright. Let's try to win. It does throw me off that Baiken does have to parry though. I gotta not be too scared of it. What do I need to do against Baiken? Not get killed. Not get hit. Okay. Got it? Just don't get hit. Gainian, how's up? How's it going? Roll back. Oh boy. Hello? I think it's a connection, right? Not my internet. Let's try a moment. Okay, Terumi got DC'd. Let's try it again. Surely Strive 3.0 servers will be fixed. Is ranked fixed, by the way? I heard ranked kinda got fixed, but not really. Ganion, hope you're doing well. Happy Chaos, what's up? I think it's about the same last time I checked. Okay. Oh, shit. Going in. Don't know why I didn't just block that. Is that a new thing? It's an air-JH right there. Garange, hope you're doing well. Good morning. I guess I shouldn't be instant air dashing against Baiken. Okay. It works well if you set region to all. Okay, roger. What'd I just tell myself? Right. Okay. Is it my internet? I mean, I did upgrade my internet. I know my internet's not very good. The chat, how's it going? What's up? Like Twitch Omega. I mean, it is a little bit laggy, but I don't think Terumi would like Switch. Unless you mean me, then yeah. Maybe. The accidental like switching. Oh shit. Guess it doesn't work, eh? Okay, wait a second. I'm onto something. Like, why didn't I think about just doing my regular stuff on Baiken? It works. Didn't need to do that. Okay, the fish almost screwed that up. We know you're jiggling the Ethernet cable with your foot. It's just like an open, exposed wire. I'm risking like a 3rd-degree burn every time. Oh, I'm thinking way too hard. Shit. I'm thinking way too hard on these interactions here. I gotta just keep it simple. I gotta actually acts as a connection point for Ethernet. If he shifts around, he can jostle the. Yeah, it's quote unquote bad internet. Hey, that's this guy here. Oh, you guys keep hearing me talk about how awful my internet is. It's actually just me. What? Alright. I was on the verge of doing something really dumb. But I'm like, okay, I gotta keep it simple. Just keep up the ice spikes, the fish, keep them at range. Don't get in close. Okay. Oh boy. cinematic lag switch. I'm just farming bursts. Okay, here we go. P-fish, and then run up. Right, she can do stuff after. I thought I can like punish her on the way down. Wow, that was a very risky 2K of me. I got lucky. Oh, that's surprising. Oh no, every time I go for a super. Although I think that is... Oh, there might be a gap there. Try this again. There we go. The spacing felt good for Fuzzy TK. You gave me way too much credit, my friend, but I appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Totally. Such big brain. You know, that would have got me too. Whoa! Let's go. GG's. I think you should have killed me though. At the end there. Falling button would have got me for sure. Alright, we'll take it though. Well, oopsies. Don't rematch. Oh yeah. Strive servers being Strive servers. Gotcha. Magnitude, what's up? In that chat? I need to hydrate. Yes, you're right. Alright, yeah, thanks for the games. That was good. Thanks for the nice Baiken warm-ups. Good Baiken matchup experience. I think we're ready to hop on the ranked, but I'm just gonna quickly run regular ads while I do a little training, just so that we can prevent pre-roll ads from happening, because pre-roll ads are on at the moment. So if you guys aren't, or I guess if you guys want to avoid the pre-roll ads or the ads in general, if you got like YouTube Premium, I do have YouTube. It is a little bit lagged. Oopsies. I also got Discord here too. It's a little bit lagged so that if my connection drops, it still continues to be one video. But I'm gonna hit the ad button. If you guys don't have ads on YouTube, then you can go over there. I probably shouldn't say that. Like, Twitch probably doesn't like it when I say that, but I just do this for preventing pre-roll ads. I get maybe like 10 cents from doing this. All right, it's gonna run them in 3, 2, 1. All right, and also like what I like about preventing pre-roll ads is that it helps with like when people raid you. You know, I always mention this, but like it really sucks when you raid somebody and then you're just seeing ads, and the guy who is trying to you know, thank the raider or doing their introduction or whatever for the stream gets totally missed because ads play. You know, that's not always cool. Oof. All right, so really quick here, what I've been doing is I've just been trying to get the 5D to work here. I mean, I got 5D to work in some cases, but we're just trying to get this going. There we go. Something like this. Mr. Royal Clam. Mr. Royal Clam? Mr. Royal... Yeah, I guess that's what it is. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I don't know why it was difficult for me to say that. More Trackblazer music for you guys. In case you guys like that Uma Musume. Okay, and then... So 2K2D, get behind them. If you get another like far 2K2D, far enough 2K2D where we don't get this nice KH fish summon. We'll just salvage it with a KS fish into a 5D. Like this. There you go. That's what we're gonna try to do, and of course we can do it off a ice spike as well. I was kind of thinking about doing this against Terumi, actually. Terumi the Baiken I just played, but then I kind of like held back on it, or I didn't feel confident on it because Baiken has that wake up parry, right? And what I should have done was like the natural thing that I do, which is something like that. Oh, it's Amisk? Yeah, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, man. Alright, so 2K2D here. And what should be next on my wish list, not wish list, my my goal list, is to get that close slash from the air dash back 2H a little bit better, so I can keep looping this. Right. That's very important to be able to do. It's also not very easy to do consistently. So that's a little bit too high. We want a really low air dash, and we want a micro dash on the ground. And it's hard, especially because we're playing on like online, right? There's always going to be a little bit of lag. So to get that nice like 1 or 2 frame micro dash is not the easiest thing, but I think it's worth doing if you want to be competitive. There we go, that's beauty. And then something like that. Berserk, what's up? Yeah, I find that the Baiken matchup is really hard. Dizzy's options are rough when tethered. Yeah, she doesn't have any like reversals that are meterless, which would be nice. But that's like a lot of the cast too, I suppose. I guess staying patient, making sure you check the instant air dashes with 6p, that's really helpful. Are you playing any tournaments soon? Not anytime soon, although I should consider, for the growth of my Dizzy, I think it's like in my best interest to play in tournaments, right? It'll motivate me, it'll make me feel emotions, and it'll make me practice things I need to practice to close out matches, like my execution. So I think tournaments would be nice. Tournaments would be nice to do. The problem with tournaments for me is that my internet connection isn't always like the best. All right, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I might lose a bunch, but it's all part of the process. Let's go same region for now and see what we get. Yeah. I don't have fiber optic and it's not available in my area. So kind of like a crappy situation. Like I like for the spirit of competition and like, I don't know, just to be nice, quote unquote nice to everybody as a competitor, I think it's my responsibility to make sure I have the strongest connection that I can. Like cable internet and copper wire internet doesn't quite cut it for competitive online fighting games, and I mean that's same could be said. I mean you could say that with like even more so if you play on Wi-Fi. You shouldn't be playing on Wi-Fi if you're playing in competitions, right? It's not respectful for yourself, not respectful for your opponent, not respectful for everybody, right? So I don't play on Wi-Fi, but I can't control my copper wire internet if it goes down or if it's not stable. So ideally you want fiber optic, which I don't have, unfortunately. So that's one of the big reasons why I don't compete, because I can be selfish, right? I could be selfish and compete anyway and be like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to stream. I'm going to play, right? But then like, it's not going to be it's not going to be nice for me because you know, I might be losing because of my own internet, and it's not going to be very nice for my opponent, who might be also losing because of my internet. So I don't compete online. I compete offline. Yo, Sergeant, how's it going? Thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it, man. The 2H link does look really hard to link if you don't have the proper spacing. Is there another button you can press to make it easier to link? Unfortunately, no. Like you can do like 5k BRC into the 2H, but yeah, you do have to have the proper spacing. You have to have the micro dash in there. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's a really good connection. All right, here we go. This is probably the best connection I've ever got on ranked. My own region. All right, playing against Bridget. I don't know what Bridget changes. I don't know too much of the Bridget changes other than Kickstart My Heart being nerfed. We'll just play. I used to play Bridget though, so this is okay. What happened to my music? Okay. Okay. Here's the burst. There it is. That's my bad. Okay, I got lucky there. All right. Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You roll. It's okay. Okay. All right, we'll take that. I don't know where my music is though.
Little by little, hand in hand, we'll build the future.
There it is. I should do that. Oh, I could have killed the big super. I'm using Vicious. How's it going? I'm using stick actually. Oh, I didn't have to play that hard at the end there. I could have just chilled out a little bit and been okay. Definitely could have fumbled that. Fish giveth, fish taketh. Alright, GG's there. But yeah, I play on stick. Play on silent Sequamba stick, although it is kind of loud because it's right up next to my mic. Game packets are so small, any half decent cable connection over of the past 15 years should be enough. It's okay, yeah. It's just that I'm not only playing on copper wire, like cable internet. I'm also playing on I'm playing like from the other side of the world, basically. Well, not really. I'm still in North America, but I'm so far from like the city centers. Like I'm on the west coast of Canada, like as close as you can get to Alaska. And most tournaments are like California, you know, east, center, or west coast America, right? So it just takes a long time for my game packets to reach any central server. Yeah, it's still fine. People from Mexico enter TNS. That's true. Yukon? Basically. I'm in BC there, Rama. Yeah. I'm sure there's people who enter tournaments with, like, you know, from Mexico or from another place, and also they enter in, like, the worst, you know, not fiber optic internet. Sometimes people probably will enter on Wi-Fi if they can get away with it. But I just on principle, I don't like subjecting myself or anyone else to shaky internet. Like, what if I was like about to do like a game-winning conversion or whatever, like I'm about to win the match and the combo drops because my own internet like my own internet drops on my side and I'm the one who's gonna win, you know? I'm literally robbing myself of my own victory, and that's happened so often to me over the many years of me playing on this internet that I just don't do it anymore. I just got so scarred about it. And like it would frustrate me, and I'm sure if it frustrates me, it would probably frustrate the other person way more if that happened to them, because it's not their internet, it's my internet that's doing it, you know? I'm gonna try to figure out a way to fix that though. What I used to do actually is I actually drove to my other friend's house on like in the next city. So I actually drove like 2 hours away so that I can go to his house, and he let me just play in tournaments at his house because for some reason his town has fiber optic but not mine. So that's what I used to do, but my friend has since moved, and that sort of kind of thing only could work if I wasn't streaming for one, not streaming, and two, if the road conditions weren't so bad enough. You know, if you guys have any idea about Canadian Northwest winters, it's pretty snowy and it's pretty dangerous to drive around. Yeah, I understand. All I'm saying is that some players still have this weird connection, elitism, where anything above 50 is super laggy, unplayable. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's true. I agree with you. Like, there's we've gone a long way, hey, since 10 years ago. 50 ms, anything above like 50 or between 50 and 100, as long as it's stable, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree with you. There's a weird elitism about it. And those elites who complain about it probably don't understand that fast internet doesn't equal stable internet. Connection is fine if the internet is slow. As long as there's not too many like lag spikes, which is more to do with Wi-Fi and being farther away and that sort of thing. But we've gone a long way. It's way better now than what it was a long time ago, before rollback and before fiber optic. Yeah. And like, the fact that there's rollback internet or rollback netcode makes me be able to do this, right? Did you know for the longest time I streamed without playing any matches? Like, it was like my first year and a half of streaming. I didn't play any matches. I just did labbing for like 3 or 4 hours and no matches. And it wasn't until Guilty Gear Strive came out when I decided that I would stream like playing games, because that's when rollback was a thing. Yeah. Can you imagine just a year and a half of just labbing? A lot of it was plus R though. It was all to just get me to be a better, stronger player. I used to care about competition, comp gaming more. I don't typically get reaction speeds above 200. Gaming says, I don't mind connection when I play with people I don't know. Me too, exactly. I don't mind like 200, 300 ms. If it's someone from like all around the world and they're like, they really want to play, I'll play for sure. Spider Tank says, it's so weird. I've had super stable 3-frame rollback matches at 150 ms somehow. Yeah, it's like, it's all about the stability of it and how good the netcode is. I think sometimes people just like to complain too. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, speaking of matches, I'm not getting any. I've had games with 200 ms, but there were no lag spikes, so I didn't mind. Stay consistent. I do agree. Yes, 100%. I love that labbing and yapping with music. It's nice. I don't take it for granted. Yeah, that was my shtick. I feel you. I live in Latin America, and while the game isn't fully dead, there aren't that many great connections down here. I'd be happy to have any connections at all. Yeah, I was so hungry for matches back in the day, like back when I was competitive with Xrd, that I would actually fly 2 or 3 hours away from my hometown just to play someone offline in a non-laggy environment. I'd spend like $600 on a round-trip flight just to play somebody. Or if I had to drive somewhere, it's like a 18-hour drive. Yo, Sheik Pingu, how's it going? What's up? Thank you so much for the follow. I had to drive 18 hours to get to like the nearest local. So my solution for that was to build players here. But then if you're already at a competitive level and everybody else plays Smash Brothers, it's kind of hard to build that community. But I ended up finding some competent Street Fighter player, like a Street Fighter player, a bunch of Smash Brothers players, and some guy who liked Mortal Kombat. And they became my Leos and Johnny. One Johnny and like 3 Leos. So, yo, Vicious Sinks, how's it going? Thanks so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. One more day till the weekend. But yeah, let's sit in training mode. Might as well. But yeah, hope you're all doing good. Sheik, like the Smash Brothers character. Anyway, so, but you can only get so much practice against Leo and someone who's trying to learn Johnny, right? So that was like when I used to TO back in my hometown. But then COVID happened, and that that stopped being a thing. And then I started streaming, which was the 1.5 hour streams of me, or 2 or 3 hour streams of me just labbing and talking. I remember wanting to play Monster Hunter so bad online. Yeah. I remember this fighting games in general online seemed like a fake thing, you know? Like you could play, you know, Reload with DSL connection, right? You could, but you have to like be living next door to the other person. You might as well just like come over and play. But there was like a online community of Reload players. I know my buddy Taya represented that a little, and a guy from a few towns over, Sueezy, he played Slayer on Reload, but like it was like a small contingent. But yeah, people were hungry for matches. Oh, Sheik means noble or leader in Arabic? Sheik. Do you play any other games on stream besides Strive? I guess I play Plus R and I play Xrd. So the other Guilty Gears. Guilty Gear Plus R, Guilty Gear Xrd. I play those. Not a whole lot. I prefer to stream Strive. I get a little bit too competitive when it comes to Plus R. Like, it's too intense. I can't talk and play at the same time. And usually, I feel like there's a big target on my back whenever I play Plus R. Because, like, I used to play at a pretty high level. And, you know, I'd be beating players, right? And then it could just be my own anxiety or me overthinking it. But whenever I think about like, oh, let's do a Plus R stream, right? I'm gonna have fun and play some Plus R. I love this game, you know, back in the day I used to be this rank, etc, etc. But what ends up happening is that I'm so rusty and I'm so like, you know, I need to practice that game to play at a competitive level. I end up getting people who I would meet in tournaments at a high level, just joining in and just completely wiping the floor on me, you know? And I'm like, oh crap, I'm making this, and that does a few things to me. One, I feel bad for myself because I'm not being kind to myself. I'm putting myself in a situation where I'm losing when I know I could be having fun being competitive. I'm being disrespectful to my opponent because they're expecting like a proper match. Like, oh, I get to play, and the guy is dizzy and I can test my metal, you know, see how my Potemkin is now, right? And they just destroy me. It's like, oh, you know, it's kind of giving them a false idea of like where they might be at, or I feel like I'm not providing the right experience for them. And three, I'm streaming, right? So if I'm streaming me getting my ass kicked, that's never good. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I get, you guys see me get my ass kicked all the time, but I'm trying to show how cool this game is, but I'm getting vortexed by like Zappa, even though I normally could handle Zappa very well, but it's like a false representation of how fun the game is. So I'm just getting my ass kicked online. You guys are seeing it, and then you guys are like, man, this game sucks. You know, it's just a game that you can't do anything in this game if you have good offense, which is not, you know, I want to make sure I represent the game very well. So although I love Plus R, Guilty Gear Plus R, like streaming it is like I always feel like not satisfied after. Like, man, I either should have won that match or I didn't represent it very well. Maybe I got a little salty and I said something mean to my opponent, you know, because I'm really competitive, you know. It's something that, again, it could be my own anxieties and my own, this is a me thing type of thing, but it's one of the things I need to work on, because I do want to play Plus R and I want to represent it very well. You know, I think that game needs a lot more love than it currently has. But other than that, other games on stream, I played Resident Evil. I like that game a lot more. More like Shake, but close enough. Shake it up, shake it up. All right, let me show you guys some cool setups. So you guys saw, you know what, let's show you this one. Little nice fuzzy. Rama says plus R is the best. Yeah, I love plus R. I made so many friends in plus R. Met so many good people. I have so many good memories with that game. Like whenever I go to Japan, I always hang out with my plus R buddy. Well, not always. I don't always hang out with him, but I love hanging out with my plus R buddy in Japan. Heinzo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I always like the last time we hung out though, which was a few months ago, we went out with the intention of playing plus R, but we ended up just like going to a coffee shop and just hung out and drank coffee, and then we're like, oh, I guess we can go to Shinjuku Sportsland now, and we ended up just playing for like 15 minutes. Saw what's his name, Hota was there. I knew who Hota was, but my buddy is like, oh, that player over there, the Justice player, that's Hota. Like, I know who Hota is. Hota kicked my ass in the 25v25. He kicked all of our asses actually. But I played. They threw me in. Well, understandably, Dizzy should be a good matchup against Justice in that game. But my captain, Team Captain America, Elvin Shadow, wanted me to play against Hota. Because like we were getting our asses kicked, and like we need a Dizzy player to take this guy out. Did it reset? Yeah. The queue time did reset. I think ranked. I mean, what I should do is change my rank parameters. But I'm gonna show you guys this anyway. Not really representing this very well, am I? Cool to get this on stream. Okay, that should be a nice fuzzy. There we go. Bam, bam. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful fuzzy. Very cute mix-up. Royal Clam says, I play Xrd because of Ram. Plus R is cool, but no Ram. Fair enough. I played Ram in Xrd. Ramsel was my main character. Until Dizzy came out, and then I played Dizzy for a bit. Then all my friends wanted to play Dizzy for some reason, and I was getting sick of Dizzy mirror matches, so I went back to Ram. Excuse me. One more time. If the other guy hits rematch, it's because they're still getting something out of it. Don't be so hard on yourself. When did I say that? If the other guy hits rematch, it's because they're still getting something out of it. Don't be too hard. Why did I say that? Yeah, that's a weird thing to say, right? When I got into Lumina, I had people go for 50 games against me so I can grind situations. I'd say as long as you're playing against someone you're good. Yeah, exactly. So there's that cute mix-up. Here's something I want to try out. When you're talking about your not being worthy because your opponent, because you're rusty. Oh, okay. When you're talking about yourself not being worthy because you're rusty. Yeah. That's the thing. Plus R does weird things to me. It makes me think weird things. Because maybe I played it when I was a teenager. Way back in the day, maybe like I start thinking like I'm a teenager again. I'm not too sure. Like all the insecurities I had as a young adult. Maybe that's what's happening. Pollux911, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. That was a long time ago though. Not Plus R, it was Midnight Carnival and Slash. Midnight Carnival, Reload, Slash, AC, and then AC Plus R. I mostly was competitive during the AC days, but I've got the most success out of the Plus R days because of how strong Dizzy is in that game. I was gonna say that as well. You're overthinking it a bit. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I should just stream plus R, to be honest. There's just some personalities out there, man. Like, there's not to like rag on a lot of plus R players. Like, most players are like the kindest, nicest people, and honestly, they're like, a lot of them are my best friends. But there are some weird people, and this is like with every. I understand it's with every fighting game. You know, there's always going to be an outlier, but I don't know. Maybe because like sometimes I'll be like the only one streaming it. I get like some, yeah, some mean people. Like, oh, yeah, no, don't have to be that mean about it, but okay, you know. Anyway, so like in that way, I'm like, I gotta prove myself to be the better player when I'm playing plus R. It's like, and it doesn't have to be like that. Not at all. But anyway, here's another cute setup. In case you guys are just joining in, this is my favorite one, by the way. You can actually kill with this if you get the right wall stick situation. You can. Oh, you don't even need 100% meter here. You actually just need 35% meter. You can kill with one mix-up. In case you guys didn't know. There we go. Let's do this. I like this one the best. So we're gonna reset with Wings of Light and then KH Fish. There we go. Yo, Hawk Mail, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, man. I feel bad for the folks in Latin America that don't get their own server despite being a thriving community. Yeah, that's weird, right? Like, there's plenty of Japanese players who live like in Brazil and in South America. You'd think that they would need, like, you think at least that would be enough incentive for a Japanese game to have servers. You know what I mean? Like, there we go. Oopsies. Supposed to super at the end there. Do you have any tips for beginners like myself trying to play this game? It really depends on your level of play, but I always like to start off by saying make sure you're having fun. Pick the characters or the character that you are naturally attracted to. So that, like, that alone should give you enough, like, energy to keep going with the game, you know? Give you enough motivation to play the game, right? For me, that character is Dizzy. Like, no matter how good or bad Dizzy is, I'm gonna play her because I just think this character is really cool. So that's like the biggest thing I recommend for any beginner. I mean, but that's a pretty generalized statement because I don't know where you're at, and how competitive you want to be. Some people are just content not rising up, and they just want to play, want to have fun playing the character, right? So it really depends on the person. Okay, so at the end there, if we're gonna drop, I think we want to just Mikhail Sword no matter what, because like that's gonna be what's going to give us a wall stick. I really want to show this to you guys. Oh my goodness. I messed up like the easiest part, which is the super in the end. Okay, we got it though. The hardest part is probably getting the air dash back JH into the close slash 2H, because you want to micro dash that. There it is. Have you played fighting games before? Is this your first? Shake says, I played a bit of Tekken 7 and 8 and a few Mortal Kombat games before. Yeah, it kills. It's not even a joke. If you just, like, it's on the overhead, right? I'll do it again. So, yeah, just making okay, picking your favorite character, yeah, that's a good start, and also making sure you're having fun, right? At the end of the day, I always say this: you want to spend your time on something that you like doing, right? If you end up not liking playing fighting games, if you're not having fun, if you're not enjoying the experience, then what's the point? We work 8 hours per day plus, or we go to school, and during the day it may not be the easiest thing to get through, right? And when you get home, you want to make sure you're treating yourself with something nice, like playing games. And if it's fighting games, then that's awesome. Then, you know, there's whatever it is. It could be watching anime, as long as you're not harming anybody, right? For me, it's fighting games. So making sure that you're having fun with the game, right? That's gonna carry you a lot, because if you're not having fun, you know, you're not gonna spend 5 or 6 hours like me in training mode doing the same thing over and over, right? Oh, Kami, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Let's call sama. Yeah, but again, these are very general things. Now we can go into talk. We can talk about why, you know, what things a beginner should look for in an actual match. You know, if they're going to be competitive, obviously combos are good, but not just combos. You want to make sure you're setting yourself up for the next combo with setups. For instance, 2K2D for Dizzy. If you play Dizzy, I know a lot of people will meme about don't ever do 2K2D, lol, low damage, lol, right? Twitter loves hating on stuff like this, right? But don't let them fool you. Stuff like 2K2D is like the fundamental basics of not just Guilty Gear Strive, but Guilty Gear in general, getting your hard knockdown. You just don't want to be fully punishing with it. Like if they burst and you're not in range of a close as 2H, then you do like something that will set up for another thing, which is like 2K2D or a throw. So this is no joke. 2K2D fish, good start, right? But then there's combos too. You want to have fun. This game's all about doing big flashy things, so a nice close slash combo would be like a good starting point too. So close slash 2H, a kill sword, 5K, 6H. If you got the, what was the combo, guys? I think it's 2K 6H. Anyway. Yo, Mrs. Spaghettio, how's it going? I love SpaghettiOs. When I'm sick, I grew up eating SpaghettiOs. Oh, my mom... Actually, I don't know what it was, but when I got fever, when I was sick, I begged my mom for SpaghettiOs. They're so good. Man, I can go for some SpaghettiOs or Alphagettis right now. So doing like a big combo like that, not a bad start. I think someone earlier asked, what are BMBs you should learn with Dizzy? And I said, you shouldn't really learn one particular combo or two particular combos because they're very situational. Like sometimes you want to do 5K 6H, but that doesn't work on someone who's on the ground, but it will work against someone who's being juggled, right? It's all about recognizing when you should be doing certain buttons rather than just one particular combo sequence. But if you want to learn like a combo because they're cool to do, this is not a bad thing. This will teach you a few things here. Like you can pick up after a heavy McHale sword, for example, with if you're close enough to the wall. It'll teach you like getting up close with a micro dash or a short dash. Oh my goodness, I think my down inputs are like messed. Right, something like that. And then it'll teach you like to break the wall. Time for Nagata to learn the BMBs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the reason why I don't teach you guys the BMBs is because I don't know them. Honestly, I have no idea what the BMBs are in this game for my character. I just do combos based on the situation. Are they optimal? They're optimal to me. So, but Elias, you're right. I just don't know them. Seriously, 2K2D is the most important string you'll learn. I think so. So Shake says that makes sense. I've been recently watching tournaments on YouTube and Twitch and thought this game looked really cool, but when I bought and booted up the game after going through the tutorials of Ram and Soul, I have no clue what I'm doing. If you're at that point, I'd say just finding matches in park and lobby may not be a bad idea. And then just, or even in the tower. If there's anybody in the tower around your level, then you want to kind of, you know, bump fists with them. Kind of figure out what's working with you in neutral. Like maybe like, oh yeah, you're hitting your opponents with this button a whole lot, like far slash. All right, cool. Far slash is working a lot. Let's kind of add on to that. What can I do after far slash? Maybe hopping back in the lab, look at your move list, whatever. And then you'll find out that like, oh yeah, check this out. Mikhail sword seems to combo off of it. So now I know what to do when I start hitting people with this button. And like learning like that is pretty like, oh, that's a good way to learn too. That's how I learn. I notice things that happen in neutral, then I'll put it back. I'll bring it back to the lab and see what I can do with them. Or I'll accidentally stumble upon something that looks like a setup. And this is more for an advanced player, someone who's like more adept in the lab. I'll like look at a setup and think, oh wait, I can work with that. Maybe I can like expand off that, or there's something cute I can do off of that. And then we'll just kind of explore that, which is basically what I do on my stream. Whenever I was sick as a kid, I would beg my mom for a cheeseburger. It's something about, maybe it's the tomato or the ketchup. Tape operator, hope you're doing well. What's up? Spider Tank says 99% of the advice is never do X move. You can ignore it. Some moves might be more situational, but you can use them, especially at the start. Yeah. So be careful when people say this is a good move or this is a bad move. Everything's situational, right? So I don't have any direct advice for you, but here's some indirect advice. Just approach things with like a little bit of skepticism, right? Especially when it comes to reading things on Twitter, on X, or social media when it comes to fighting games, because I think the whole fighting game community as a whole on Twitter is like, it's very weak-minded. It's like super weak-minded, and that's not really a rip on just fighting game communities in general or any kind of gaming communities. It's just like the nature of how Twitter works, right? And how like inflammatory, volatile content works. People will gravitate towards negativity and those big social media outlets. So everyone, you know, because that's the case, you know, because you get more retweets, more likes from something negative, that seems to kind of outshine anything that's positive, or outshine anything that's not even positive, anything that's not negative. So when someone says, oh, this move is utter bullshit, oh, so crappy, 2K2D is the worst thing in the whole entire world, people are gonna retweet and like that because they're like, hey, I agree, you know, like it's but when you know, it's just, unless you're killing with a TOD and you show that on Twitter, that's not gonna get like traction. So just be careful what you see online, and let that volatile nature of Twitter be a kind of reminder that you should never listen to anything, or maybe not never, but you should always take things with a grain of salt, right? With a little bit of healthy skepticism when it comes to looking at social media stuff, especially in fighting games. Another piece of advice. This is kind of more philosophical too, but you can apply it to your games. If you're being competitive and you're losing, ask yourself why. Like if you can just make it, if you can replay the reason why you lost in a game, even though you may not have the answer, you start to think about more critically about how you play, right? So like, and it could be even as simple as, oh, my opponent pushes me to the corner, and I think that's why I lost. You know, every time my opponent pushes me to the corner, I'm losing, because, you know, I don't know why, but like they're opening me up, I'm getting hit. So then like so if you if you sort of kind of ask yourself why you lost in that match, you might be like, it's kind of a really open, loose question, right? But like, a simple answer is, oh, maybe I should try my best not to get cornered, right? People always meme on, you know, why did I lose? Because I got hit. That has a lot more nuance to it than it sounds. You know, yes, don't get hit. That sounds like a joke, but it's true. If you play neutral immaculately, you won't get hit, and if you won't get hit, you won't die. But like, that's like a very general thing, right? Okay, so then you can ask yourself, what do I need to do to not get hit? And that's a pretty legit thing. It sounds like a meme, but it can like help you get better. You know, it'll help you exercise, help you be more mature in your thinking. And don't just write off, you know, why did I lose? Because I got hit. You know, okay, well, what do I need to do to not get hit? It's something I think about a lot. Yo, Star Jet, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's up? You are cooking with advice. Be your own person. Anyone can be OP if you're good. Exactly, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, just as long as you. Hey, here's another thing. You know, at the end of the day, you know, do whatever you need to do to make you happy, right? As long as you're not harming anyone, that's okay. You know, everyone looks for the same thing. And again, you know, fighting games isn't it for you. If you're not happy playing fighting games, then if you're my friend, you're sitting right here, I'm like, all right, let's watch hockey, let's watch some baseball. You know, let's do what you want to do. And man, I can't find any matches here. Maybe we'll just play in the lobby. But yeah, Starjet, hope you're doing well, man. What's up? Tape operator. Ranked has a much higher population of players. In my experience, it makes it easier to find matches. The tower is kind of outdated. Park is casual and allows for essential infinite rematches. I like Park because it allows me to kind of work on things that I've been cooking up in the lab. Should we increase our search parameters? I'm just looking in my region, which is like West Coast. Shakes, I guess I need more playtime. Phantom 3x3, how do you like New Dizzy? I haven't played her Dispatch. I like her a lot. She's really good. Everything's a lot more stable now. Shake says, I was thinking about playing Soul Ram or Testament. All very solid choices. Testament right now, you know, I'm gonna say it. I think Testament right now would be a good character to just jump right into if you never played Testament before. But if you played Testament before, it sucks. It sucks to play them because of all the different changes. But if you're just going in with a fresh new mindset, it might not be a bad thing. Especially if you really like Testament. Bridget, Ava, and Lucy are only character. Let's like. Did I have that recorded? I think I do. Let's do one thing. Everyone plays on East Coast, okay. As a Season 4 Disney enjoyer, you can make any character work for you if you love Testament. Play. Exactly. Alright, so I'll show you other mix-ups that we've been cooking up. Not that. You guys have this problem too? When you're trying to summon KH fish, you just get the Mikhail sword? I need to fix that. There it is. So here's a nice air dash back JH. And then the fuzzy. I know that didn't look like a fuzzy because I had my opponent crouch blocking, but that should have been it. So bam, bam, bam. What I would do is actually JH on the way down. What else is there? This is what I like to do sometimes. Air dash back. So super jump, air dash back. This surprisingly works very well. I've been having a lot of success with this. The only problem is that I need to be able to convert into a low slash. There it is. And then we can just loop this, right? Or that. Do it one more time, just for good measure. I don't know why, but the close slash 2H is a little bit easier in this case. Yo, Vi, how's it going, man? What's up? How's it in Germany? Oh my god. Why does this work better? Like, I stood block and I got hit with the close slash 2H. Often I'll get a 2H when I try to heavy fish. Berserk says, I did play test before and I switched to Dizzy because I couldn't handle it. Is the right choice. Yeah, it's the right choice now because Dizzy is better. Better than Testament. Alright, how are you? I'm doing very well, man. Alright. I'll show this one more time. I will say that there's a flaw in this. This is not perfect. And the flaw is just before the fish bite, there's a little bit of a gap. I'm gonna say it's like a 6-frame window. And I'll show you guys. If I just 6p or 5p, then you escape the mix-up. But don't tell anybody that. Are you in park right now? Also, do you use lever, hitbox, or controller? I use lever, so I use a old ancient typewriter of a stick. That's why you hear it click and clack. And I'm gonna do park matches before I go. I know I said I do ranked, but I'm feeling like park. I'll probably do ranked off stream. I did one ranked match. So I'll just hang out in East Coast. I only have a maybe. Let's play against Faust. I struggle against Faust. I probably have another 20 minutes here. Biscuit bomb. Oh, I like that connection. Lovely connection. Lovely collection. Connection. I had an appointment today, got stuff sorted out, and there's a good chance I'll finally get into the school I've been wanting to get into this year. Hell yeah, dude. What are you taking? Oh. Well, that was a lot of yapping and not very much playing, so let's get back to playing. So if they... I'm gonna walk back. There we go, yeah. Oh, there's no Mikhail sword there? Come on. I need to work on my execution still. Sounds like ironic because I play plus R. But... oh, that was scary. Go for a throw? Oh, nice! Whoa, you can do that. I'll get my donut. Last up I need to take to study veterinary stuff at university. Oh, nice! Yo! Torena-san! Vi is gonna raise the real life gold ship. Torena-san. 5 or 6 p.m. wake up. Okay, so we're seeing Banzo wake up. That's right. Yo, Soft, how's it going? What's up? I think Soft is one of the only ones here, or maybe not here, but like only one of my few buddies around here that has actual horse experience. And I think to myself, I think because I live so far away, oopsies, from like the urban areas, I probably have access to like just hanging out with a horse if I wanted to. I just drive over to the next town and ask a farmer, hey, can I pet your horse? Horses are scary. They are pretty... oh, are they scary? I only know, I guess they would be scary. They're like big dogs. I'm in the same lobby as you if you want to run a set. Oh yeah, for sure, you can do that. I love horses. I wish I wasn't allergic. You should get some anti-allergy medicine. That'll help. Right? You gotta have a place near you. Yeah. I'm sure. I know a couple towns down. There's horse camp, but I think I'm a little bit too old for horse camp. You know? I might just be a little too old for horse camp. Big dogs that are scared of everything and can kill you in accident. Yeah. It'd be cool. Soft says, oh dude, when we had horses, it was anti-allergy meds, mask, and I was messed up. Oh no. I wanna hang out with horse. Cool. I think I've been too influenced by Uma Musume. I don't know. Ever since I watched Uma Musume and played the game, I've been getting a lot of cool horse meme stuff, right? And like, oh, you didn't get me? It's the kind of content that works for both me and my wife. Because, I guess, growing up, I mean, there's boy and girl things, right? I mean, there isn't. But, when I grew up, you know, boys like hockey, boys like sports, and the girls like going to horse camp, and the horses. There's like My Little Pony and stuff like that, right? So like when back in the day, you know, when our parents like, how do you say? When it was a lot less give me a sec here. What I'm trying to say here, without like getting in trouble. You know what I mean, right? You know, blue things like society dictated what guys like and what girls like, which is like very toxic, of course. Blue is a boy color, pink is a girl color, hockey is a boy thing, ponies and horses were a girl thing. But like, if you think about it, horses are like, you know, is it really a girl thing though? I don't know. I mean, right now, obviously not. But, they're just like dangerous beasts. Anyway, well, I guess what I'm trying to say here is like, because this is how me and my wife kind of grew up. Uma Musume is a really cool franchise, and that like we can enjoy, like, I don't know. Like, I like Uma Musume because it's like it's anime. It's a very cute anime, right? But then my wife likes Uma Musume because, yes, one, it's a very cute anime and really cute franchise, but also it's like, yo, this is like the stuff that she was probably into growing up. Cool horses, horseback riding and all that. So it's like a really cool thing for both of us to enjoy. She tells me a lot about like horses, you know? And like gives me cool horse trivia. I don't know why I turned off Wings of Light. It's okay. Yeah, horse camp sounds awesome for everyone. I know. It'd be funny if you it'd be funnier if you said that while wearing a horse skull hat. Oh, that's true. Reina-san. Oh shit! I locked in again. Okay, nice. Tape operator? The Oguri cap, that's right. So like, when I went to the Nakayama race course for our vacation, tape operator, I'll hang it over here, by the way, if you want to play. Like, I realized how much I didn't know about horses. And like, whoa. You know, all I've been fed was, like, YouTube algorithm of Uma Musume and like just horses in general. But I didn't realize like, damn, it's a horse. It's walking around in the circle. They got jockeys. Damn, this is cool. And then hearing my wife tell me about them, it's really cool. I get excited over like, you know, just the horses, just walking around. The Daiji. I might be able to kill here. Oh. I messed up the combo, but it's still killed. Yeah, it's cool that you two can bond over that. Glad you enjoyed the racetrack last Japan trip. Yeah, it was sick. It's kind of like one of these things that alright, you know, the funny thing about how do I set this up? Japan. It's a lot more difficult to like visit all the cool places in Japan now because of people like me, you know, tourists. People like me just overcrowding all of these spaces and everything, you know. You got these tourists just littering their bodies all over Asakusa. It's kind of annoying, you know. I try my best not to be like a problem tourist. And I stay away from those areas, or you know, I learn the customs, I learn the culture. I don't talk on the train. I'll do this and that, but not everybody does. And I get so annoyed as a tourist seeing other tourists doing touristy things, right? I'm part of the problem. I'm trying not to be. What's nice about the Nakayama race course is that there's zero tourists. That's when we went. It's all like locals and Japanese people. Like, I was wearing my Ogiri cap, that hat I just showed, right? And I'm like, why is everybody looking at me? Like, am I weird for wearing this? Is it because like they like look down on people who like the anime or something like that? No. They're looking at me. They're staring at me because of my wife. You know, she's like not Asian. She's white, basically, right? So like that tells you, they're like, whoa, never seen a you know, a Caucasian person in this Nakayama race course. It's still one of these things that like hasn't been over sensationalized by social media, which is really cool. That's the kind of Japan I like. I really much enjoyed it. That's right. How the otaku pull up that hottie? They could be thinking that. That's true. All right. Shit. But nobody else was wearing Uma Musume stuff, right? You know, maybe it was to put it into their words, Juni, right? Juni. Chuni, which is like cringe. Maybe to them it was cringe. But I think it's more to do with my wife. Because like we never saw a single white person there. It was crazy. Like, even if I visit like some of the lesser known tourist spots like Kanazawa. Well, actually that's pretty touristy, I guess. We went to Kaminoyama Onsen in Yamagata. And oh, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta actually set up fish. And there was like, you know, there's Caucasian people. There's non-Asian people there. Caucasian, what a funny word, hey? Anyway, I love Nakayama Racecourse. It was such a fun experience. If you guys ever go to it though, just make sure you go to the underground entranceway to the race course. I didn't know there was an underground kind of entryway from the train station, so we walked outside to get to it, and it was like hot, and it took longer. All right, let's be RCN. There we go. That guy, don't go. Never mind. Don't go where? To Japan? To the farm, Nakayama race course? Steve says it is. I mean, Alec's birthday. I told you my trick to finding low touristy places that are awesome. Yeah, I forgot. What was the trick again? Oops. We'll play one more. Okay, we'll do one more. Someone on Reddit posted pics from it. They went to Satsuki show. It looks so cool. Yeah, I'd like to go to the one of the bigger races, like what's that one? What's the one at the end of the year that they I forget. The one at the end of the year that the horses have to get voted in? Kikosho? No. Arimakinen. That'd be cool to go to. Block one, and there you go. Oh, maybe I thought you were going offline. I might be going offline pretty soon here. Check on Google Maps, the route I like to take. Make note of temples and shrines and cross-reference on touristy sites. Moving from the list. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to visit touristy things like for one time, but I will never, ever visit Harajuku Takashita Street on my own. Ever. Unless there's something like I really want to check out there, like a store. Like that, it's like, I cannot do that place anymore. But if you move ones on the touristy sites, you're left with ones that tourists don't go. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm pretty good at figuring out where less touristy stuff is now. Like, I've been there long enough. To the point where I really like gardens. Whenever I go visit Japan, or I go visit a new town, I always search up gardens first. Yo, tape operator, GG's man, thanks for the games. What time is it? I probably have time for one more. Yeah, I always go searching for the gardens. That's what I like to do. There's a really nice one, I guess a renowned one in Kanazawa. I really like that one. Yeah, there's a really nice non-crowded garden near Kyoto Station. That might be where I might go actually next time. From all the trips I've been, like for the number of times I've been to Japan, maybe we won't play another Unica here. You know, you would think that I've been to like Kyoto and Osaka, but I've actually never been. And it's the same reason why I don't like to go to touristy spots, right? Because I just know it's going to be busy and heavy and high traffic. And also my wife doesn't like doing that kind of stuff too. But I was talking to my buddy Stefan, he lives in Japan, and he's like, you've not been to Kyoto? Even us locals here. He's like, he's Ukrainian, but like he's been living in Japan for like 20 years at least. It's he's got such funny mannerisms. Huh? He's like, even us locals go to like Kyoto from Tokyo. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, like you ever watch anime? Like all the Tokyo kids would always do like class trips to Kyoto and Osaka. It's a thing. You should go. You need to go. Are you not? It's like, it reminded me of like when my buddy, who's half Filipino, half Japanese, I met this guy in university. His dad's a diplomat, so he's going to university in Canada. And he's like, yeah, I grew up in Japan, and in high school I wouldn't get bullied, but they would tell me I'm not actually Japanese. You know, they would like, that's something that you would be kind of, you'd have to kind of like go through if you're half Japanese. His buddies and would like constantly remind him like, oh, you're not Japanese or whatever, right? Or like there would be little subtle reminders. But then like one of the things was he's not Japanese unless he watches Slam Dunk. So I watched Slam Dunk before he mentioned this to me. He's like, yo, I've already watched Slam Dunk. He's like, what? You're more Japanese than I am. So for me to become more Japanese, to integrate myself into the culture, I need to go to Kyoto and Osaka. And that might happen in September. I'll be going to Vietnam and Japan. Vietnam to see my parents who just built a new house. And then on my way back, I'll hang out in Japan by myself. So, you know, if my wife doesn't really want to go to Kyoto and Osaka, I don't need to drag her around. I'll just go myself. But yeah, gardens are a nice idea. Like, especially in Tokyo, gardens are just a nice escape from like the busyness. Like, there's still like tourists and that sort of thing, of course, but it's like not the same tourists that you'd expect to see in Asakusa, Takashita Street, and all that. They're more, you know, just people just want to chill and hang out, walk through a garden. So, yeah, one of our trips, we actually wanted to hit up all the Tokyo gardens, like all the popular ones. And each garden has a stamp. So we had a notebook. My wife had a notebook, and she was collecting all the stamps from all these different gardens. So it's like, I don't know. In a way, like Zen Gardens is a, you know, quote unquote touristy thing, but it's like a low-key, like, I don't know, it's like goated touristy thing in my opinion. Like it's a thing that the locals would like to do, just, you know, and it's not so crowded. It's nice. Alright, here we go. I think we can kill here, right? Alright, here we go. Ice spike. Oh boy. I want to save my burst, right? I think it's wise to hang on to it. There we go. Unless I died. Then it would have been too wise. If you go to console, I can give you some... Yeah, for sure. I've been watching... Oh, Soft. I've been watching, Wash It All Away. I really like it. You're so right about that show, though. It's, like, nice and chill, and all of a sudden, like, bathroom scene. Not a bad thing. You like that? That was sick. But you know what it is? I was telling my wife about Wash It All Away. She's the one who actually put it on first. And the vibe it gives me, like, why do I like Wash It All Away? It's because it reminds me of Oh My Goddess without the main character Keiichi. It's just like, it's all just Belle Dandy. I'm like, this is a nice show. Yeah, it's really chill. Like, and it kind of makes me want to visit Atami. I think I might visit Atami. Try to visit all the places in the show. It's so good. But I need to know more about the main character, Kinmei. Alright, what's her deal? Why is she, how did she lose her memories? We haven't got to that point yet. I didn't give myself enough room there. There it is. Can I kill? Maybe? Question mark? I think it does. It does. Yeah, so Wash It All Away is like Oh My Goddess, but it's only Belle Dandy. And like that's the best part of Oh My Goddess. So good show, good show. Thanks for recommending it to me. And if anyone else likes kind of slice of life shows that has I think a hint of rom, not so much calm, I think you'd enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Super. This should kill for sure. Soft says we've been watching Solo Leveling. It's fun, just good brain off shonen. Yeah, it's for brain off shonen. It's kind of on the higher tier. You know, it's pretty goated. Oh, thank you for whole clan. I'm surprised I was able to block it, to be honest. This okay, I was gonna say let's side switch, but I couldn't. It's an air dash. Oh. Alright, there we go. What are we watching now? I think that's the big thing that I'm watching. We just finished Jujutsu Kaisen. That was a good one. Yeah. But then I'm working on Wash It All Away. I watch it when I'm on my break with my wife. Alright. Sorry guys, I do have to go though. I noticed the time. It's 10:46 a.m. and I need to get to work in about 45 minutes. So I gotta cut the stream short right now. I didn't realize I might be cutting into my work preparation time. But let's send you all off to somebody before the stream drops. 2D is a criminal button for Dizzy. It's so long. Yeah, they did nerf it. So it is now much unsafer to do. It's not as safe. Okay, so I'm going to go send you all to Genmu. Yeah, I missed that opportunity last time to send everybody to Genmu. Wow, there's a VTuber though called Clover, and one of her tags is armpit. As tempting as it is to send you all over there, I'm gonna send you to the tried and true Genmu, and maybe next time we'll send you all over to that armpit VTuber. I joke, by the way. I think one of my things I need to work on is I gotta stop laughing at my own jokes right after I say them, or saying just joking. I just gotta say it and like act normal. I think I need to work on that. Anyway, with that said, you guys have a good day. Yeah, and it is my wife's birthday tomorrow, so I was gonna say I might not stream. I'll probably stream anyway. I can stream and hang out with my wife anyway. All right, you guys have a good day. Don't tell my wife, and yeah, happy birthday to her tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Actually, hold up, raid. I click the button. But thank you guys for hanging out. Royal Clam, Soft, Steve, and Tape Operator. Anyone else who's hanging out, really appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care.